I was really like trying to get a specific game to look at
Mm-hmm.
in the past couple of days, and I'm gonna be honest, I only really like inted,
Mm-hmm.
not actually inting, but like
Yeah, yeah,
played
yeah.
awfully. I only really played awfully in one, I think.
Okay.
So this is the
So it's
first one I
perfect.
want to look at, and then
Give me
this
like
other
the
one is
best games
the
you have. It's all good.
okay,
Yeah.
because this one and then another one is like legit the exact opposite.
Okay,
Like
right on.
I think my best game in the past couple
Yeah.
of days.
Well, you're lucky because our top laners for my university team have traditionally always been the highest elo. So I've just had the luxury of spending a lot of time with really good top laners. So
Yeah. I mean, I've spent time with my, like I said, the GM
yeah,
player,
GM guy, right?
but
Yeah.
yeah, other than him, I haven't gotten any coaching from any like
Mm-hmm.
direct top laners, I guess. Because I also know someone from Ohio State. You know Ohio State?
Yeah, we play them a lot. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I
They're good.
know Ohio State's jungler.
Okay, right on. Yeah, we
Yeah,
were
through
in
a
the same
friend.
division as Ohio actually. For whatever reason, Ohio and Ontario teams are together.
Yeah,
So
but
um, yeah, we'll
yeah,
probably
I
play
know.
this other university that you mentioned as well. But we play like so many, man. There's no way I can
You
remember all the
can't keep
schools.
track.
There's actually
Yeah.
like 650 schools in the tournament.
Oh,
So yeah,
whoa. What?
yeah, man. There's no way I'm remembering all of them. Like we play so many. So yeah, not like either we like scrim them or play them in tournaments. So or in
Yeah, but
CLOL or in NACE or something. Yeah.
yeah, I've also gotten coaching from Ohio State's jungler, their starting jungler, but he,
Okay,
like
right on.
like I said, like it's not direct top lane tips, that's more of
Mhm.
just like general stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
He
Okay.
was also GM, but
Mhm.
yeah. Oh, never.
And is your champ pool dictated by what you want to play, or is your team kind of like, yo, we need you being on like Renekton
Well,
and Camille Jack, stuff like this?
I'm the highest rank on the team as of now.
Ah, right.
So
Okay.
last year maybe.
Last year maybe. Gotcha.
Last year
Okay,
they
so
they.
they're kind of having you on like carry champs then, and then weak
Well,
siding
I mean,
bottom, or?
I just want to play these champs to be honest,
Okay,
and they're
that's
just
fine.
kind of like,
Yeah.
oh well, I'll go along with it,
So,
I guess.
like, do you want to play in collegiate? Is that your like
I
short-term goal or what?
absolutely. I already have an offer
Mm-hmm.
actually.
Okay, right on. So I'm
Yeah,
telling you as like a collegiate coach, right?
yeah.
Um, when I like see your champ pool, it's like great, but then like you have to play weak side champs too, otherwise you won't be able to play collegiate. So these are
Okay.
all like really
Thanks.
good strong side
Or
champs. When you're gonna get attention, like I love picking Renekton, I love picking
hmm
Aurelia, Fiora, Jax. Like there's really good ways to draft all of these, even Aatrox, Macaulay, Gwen. They're fantastic champions, but we're gonna like really only draft them in cases where we either feel like you're comfortable 1v1 in an isolated, matchup and you can
yeah.
be left alone and not really see many resources, or you're gonna be left completely weak side in like 80% of the games because for whatever reason, all these colleges love playing for bot side and very, very few play for top side. It's just, I think the way it's like the easiest to play League of Legends this way. And most teams don't have enough time to really like put down a solid strategy. So typically I've found top laners really like get the run of the litter when it comes to collegiate.
Yeah.
Like you're really put on
Yeah.
Ornn duty and stuff like that a lot. And and this isn't just like our team. Our team is like slightly different, but this is just my experience
hmm
coaching for 3 years now in
Yeah.
collegiate, and like I just see that so often. So
hmm
definitely like you don't need to do it in solo queue per se, but have like either an alternate account or
Yeah.
when you play normals games, like try learning some of those weak-sided like tank carry like
Is there
tank zero resource champs. Yeah.
any recommendations or
I
just
personally would if you're trying to impress college coaches, I would pick Ornn honestly, man. Like I don't know what it is. College
Oh
coaches
man.
love Ornn, man. Um, what else is there? You can pick things that are like a
I mean,
little
I
bit
like
pseudo.
Cassante.
Cassante is good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Malphite's quite simple, but as a counter pick and as like a rookie, they're probably gonna put you on champs like Malphite from time to time too.
Yeah.
Poppy is a fantastic weak side champion.
Yeah. I love Poppy.
Yeah.
The only like tanks I like could even fathomably play right now comfortably
Mm-hmm.
is like Cassante Poppy, honestly.
Okay. Yeah,
Um,
definitely like don't drop those champions because when you're trying to like impress these college coaches, especially in the US, they're gonna want to see like a complete champ pool, not just someone that can carry games. 'Cause like I said, a lot of times in collegiate League of Legends, like if you make the top laner the carry player, like their bot lane just gets decimated, you know?
Yeah.
There's organized play that's like far beyond just high school level or
Mhm.
anything like amateur has to offer. So
Yeah.
it's yeah, unfortunately, like it sucks for most people, but collegiate is kind of like the pinnacle of amateur League of Legends in North America.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Um.
you're gonna have to learn some
um,
weak side champs for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I will.
yeah,
Do you
it's good.
watch like
Hmm.
any pro play though?
Yeah, a ton.
A
Yeah.
ton. Okay.
Hmm.
As do I.
Okay,
As do
cool.
I.
Right
Like
on.
what? You watch everything? LCS, LPL, OCK?
I mostly watch LCK and LPL, honestly.
Yeah.
I
Me too.
I spend very little time watching LCS. I'll watch like playoffs and stuff.
Mhm.
I also really enjoy watching LJL just because I'm from Japan, and
Mm.
LJL is the only league that I would actually consider really like competing in and like
Mhm.
going to go find a professional job because I really
Yeah.
love the idea of like building up a new league, and I'm not a huge fan of like the LCS culture, and I don't think I would ever get
Mm.
a job in the LEC, just because I don't think my resume is high enough. So,
Mm.
um,
Fair enough.
yeah, LJL is definitely something I watch some games just to like
Yeah.
it interests me because there's some cool league going on over there, and they don't mind trying
Yeah.
out some new things.
I, wa-
So,
I,
yeah,
I've watched a little bit of it.
yeah, it's
Um.
interesting. Yeah, there's
I
like
know like.
three teams that are good, and the rest are like probably the
Yeah.
collegiate teams in NA could beat them.
I'm gonna be honest. I know like DFM.
Yeah, yeah, they're like pretty much the only good
And
team.
I know Udapon. I don't really know
Yeah,
anyone
yeah.
else.
No, Unifon's one of the weirdest players. Anyways, let's dive into your review. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, right on. All right, what matchup do we have here?
Renekton Jace, which,
Ooh, very
as
interesting.
far as I'm aware, is pretty bad for me. But maybe I'm wrong.
It is, but this elo that you're in, honestly, up to
Yeah,
like
it
D2,
shouldn't
you
matter.
should be able to beat like yeah, pretty much any Jace. But this is good
Hmm.
because I think you'll see this kind of matchup in competitive play, you know?
Hmm.
I hate like wasting time reviewing solo queue matchups that you'll just never see in competitive if your goals are to be a college player. Um,
Hmm.
you know, that happens too often too. Um, okay, hold on. So what's your plan going into this? I'm just gonna ask you before I start going
Um,
through.
well, I noticed that my jungler is pathing towards me, and we
Mhm.
have a ward on their buff, so both jungles are pathing towards me.
Yeah.
I want to try and take as many trades as possible, even if they're losing trades,
Mhm.
because at the end of the day, like it's Renekton early, and it's Diana,
Mhm.
and I think their jungle's Poppy,
Mhm.
I think,
Mhm.
and we win that 2v2, at
Okay.
least early.
Yeah.
So I want to try and trade as much, even if they're unfavorable ones.
Okay. And ideally, like, if you could choose, where would you want your
Mhm.
wave by the time both junglers are in the top like proximity? Because they're gonna
I
like
would try
most
and
likely both full clear, I'm assuming, right? And then they're gonna come
yeah.
up here, and then that's gonna be around 2 minutes from now. So where would you like the wave if you could dictate that?
Well, obviously, like near my tower.
Okay. And how do you accomplish that?
Hmm. Well, um, in about like 2 minutes.
Yeah, by the time they're both full cleared, so you guys will be
Yeah.
like finishing level
Mhm.
3, like probably pretty much like when the third wave arrives. They should like
Um.
be at least coming to their blue buff by the time the third wave
Mhm.
arrives. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I try. You said by the time third
Hmm.
arrives.
Yeah, just think of the
Um.
first three waves. Let's not overcomplicate it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where do you
Cause
want your third wave to be? If you could choose, like
um.
obviously there's gonna be stuff that happens, of course, but in
Yeah.
a perfect world, like how would
In
you
a
choose?
perfect world,
Hmm.
it's like right under my tower. So what I'd do with the first two is just like I'd probably slow push first two,
Hmm.
and then like fast push third. That's
Okay.
what I
And then
usually
you'd
do,
want to
and then I'll
like
either
crash
take
and bounce.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Uh, is Renekton, at least from like, and again, if I'm wrong on anything, correct me. I'm just speaking
No,
from
no,
my
no.
experience.
I want to hear your
Okay.
opinion first, of course.
I
And you're not wrong about anything yet. It's good.
okay.
Yeah.
He gets prio
Hmm.
over me very easily. There's not too much I can do against his poke, at least
Agree.
early.
Yeah.
He's gonna hit two before me, and he's gonna have prio, and he's gonna get the bounce first.
Hmm.
And I feel like I kind of have to concede push.
Yeah.
The only way I'm ever getting a minion is if he
Hmm.
backs up.
Hmm.
So yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So like, let's think about this, right? So I agree with you. Both junglers are pathing topside, and we need to think about what that means. So, if both junglers are going to be up here, we have two options. This Jace hasn't actually walked up to contest wave, so you're kind of given a luxury of you have the risk of eating like a Q, but no one really cares that much. You have Dawn Shield, and you have the opportunity to actually like not really get bullied in lane in the first level. And the worst
Mhm.
thing that could happen right now is he can like push this and crash three and then bounce, and then you have this like awkward slow push that's coming this way by the time like their jungler's done their clear. And then Poppy, or not Poppy, sorry, Diana is gonna have to like hover you as it's bouncing back, right? But
Mhm.
in this case, like the Jace actually messed up pretty badly, and he's not like standing up with you here. So I kind of like what you're doing by hitting the wave here, because here, like I don't care if you get queued there, you know? It
Yeah.
really doesn't matter, and he shouldn't be allowing you to walk up like this in the first place. He should be like
Mhm.
in range, like zoning you off of this because now
Yeah.
he've actually like given you a window to really slow this push down when Jay should have been in an opportunity here to really push it. So I like that you're contesting this because he's giving it to you, but in the case in most matchups for Nect and Jace, I don't think you're gonna be allowed to do this.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then in which case, what is going to happen is this guy's going to be able to, like you said, ping two first, and he's going to dictate the wave. And you have to be prepared mentally, like as this game starts, before we're
Mhm.
even like, hitting these minions right here. Like, okay, if this Jace is good, he's going to be able to like either three wave crash, have it bounce, and then I'm in a weird position now where it's going to be slow pushing this way, and then their jungler is going to be topside, and I need to know what to do when that happens, right?
Mhm.
Because in a collegiate game, like we will recognize this literally before the game starts and go, oh, like Renekton's gonna like be have to play up here, at the 4 minute mark.
Mhm.
Like he actually has no choice. Let's do something about it. And that forces Diana to do something about it. That might force the mid laner to react, right? And there's gonna be
Mhm.
an event because of it. And as long as you're aware that these things could happen and you use your ward accordingly, um, then it should be okay. But since we already wasted ward level one, it's a pretty scary scenario actually. Um,
Mhm.
but yeah, this Jace is kind of giving you the lane at the moment. He should never let you even like here. I would, if I was Jace, this is really good to learn actually. If you're on the other side of the matchup, because here,
Shouldn't he deny me first three also?
yeah, there's like he's
Yeah,
creating
XP.
so much distance, man. Look at this.
Yeah.
Why he's level
Yeah.
2 to your 1. Like you have so long to what's your next
Mhm.
minion opportunity to hit 2 here? Yeah, you have to kill
Um.
this one, right? Or this
Mhm.
one back here.
Or the caster. I think I go for caster.
Yeah,
I
but
think
like
I miss it.
look at the
So,
distance you have to cross to get
yeah.
there. He's
Mhm.
standing so weird here. So just
Mhm.
like this is good to learn from both sides, right?
Mhm.
Because like here, I don't even know if you can risk walking up to ping 2. Honestly, this guy's just playing pretty poorly. So I would just keep that in mind.
Mhm.
Because this is
Also,
stuff we should think about before
yeah,
like the
yeah.
lane. Yeah.
Yeah. I was just
hmm
say also keep in mind this is like Emerald,
Yeah, yeah, it's good though.
unfortunately.
No, it's good that it's Emerald though, because I'm assuming your high school league isn't like that insanely cracked, right?
Oh
Like,
no, no,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
no.
So these are like the things that
That's
you can pick up to punish
yeah. I'm
for
actually
sure.
trying to join some amateur leagues so I can get
Okay.
better experience.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's see what happened here.
because like
hmm
Emerald leagues, Diamond leagues.
Yeah, yeah. That'd be a really good experience. Mm, Oh, it's a pretty good trade actually. I was
Yeah.
wondering, why don't these minions aggro you more? Oh, I think he just didn't get hit by that one that much. Interesting. Okay. Not
Actually,
a
I
bad
don't
trade, yeah.
remember what happens here, but I know it ends up bad.
Oh.
He leveled
Yeah,
through.
the
I
here
was
there was no
gonna flash auto
reason.
Q.
Yeah, here I'm not. He kind of panicked actually, because there was no reason for him to
Yeah,
flash
he
here.
didn't need to flash.
Yeah,
If he didn't level, that was a kill. But it was
yeah,
just
he
bad.
did
I'm not
level.
thinking about that.
That's okay. You'll
Yeah.
get like more comfortable with that for sure. Okay, so it ended up being this case anyways, where he like three crashed the wave, right?
Mhm.
So now we're kind of forced to use TP or call our jungler. Otherwise, like in a again, this is Emerald, right?
Yeah, I
But
know.
I
No,
don't
no,
I
no.
don't
Say
care.
like
Like yeah, I don't
best,
care that it's
like
Emerald.
worst
We're
case
like
scenario.
yeah, we're
Worst case
talking about
scenario.
like
What would
amateur.
happen?
Yeah,
Yeah.
what could happen is this guy hasn't showed on red buff yet, right? Like
He's probably
the jungler literally could be like sitting like right here and you could lose the
yeah.
game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if the jungler's really that like thinking ahead the way I do or like the way collegiate teams would, they would
Mhm.
go, yo, Jace versus Renekton, there's absolutely nothing Renekton can do versus me, in the first three levels. I'm gonna
Mhm.
build three waves, crash on this guy. So long as Diana's not here to counter, like let's just dive this guy and the game's over, right?
Yeah.
Um, and because of that, right, your ward actually becomes extremely valuable at level one.
Mhm.
Just to say. And if we're thinking about these things ahead too, we have to really be careful of like you've used your flash, you've used your potion, and you're down to like less than a quarter HP right now,
Mhm.
you know? So like it didn't seem like we were coming into this with much intention or game plan. It was just like we're flowing and seeing like reacting to what's in front of us. And
Yeah.
this is okay for solo queue, but we want to build good habits, especially if you're going to be a competitive player. And these are all like things that are going to be repetitive in all your. Oh, you're going to kill him here, no?
Yeah.
Oh, she
But
was here too.
then
Yeah.
yeah. And that's like I will say this truthfully and honestly.
Mhm.
Looking back on games
Mhm.
is very easy for me to like figure out what I should have done.
Mhm.
But when I'm in the game,
Hard to
it is
identify. Eh?
very hard for me to
You know what's the best way
not
to build that?
autopilot.
The 100% best way to build that is by reviewing. So it's like by going through these sessions on your own, and
Hmm.
you do like doesn't even need to be every day. Just like you pick one of these games and you review it even like once or twice a week, right?
Hmm.
I'm telling you, you're gonna like ingrain these habits that you are gonna regret these decisions that you made so much in the review that you're like, I'm never making that mistake again, you know?
Yeah,
Because you actually just
yeah,
like get upset with
mhm.
yourself that
Yeah. I
yeah that
actually
these
I have
happen.
a solo queue spreadsheet
Okay,
where like
nice.
I take notes on my games and stuff. Like I'm serious. Like I
Mhm.
really love this game. I really want to get better. I
Awesome, man.
really want to play. Like I don't know, man.
Yeah,
I love it.
that's good. You seem very coachable and willing to learn, so that's the most important.
So I've been told.
Yeah, believe me, man. Not everyone's coachable.
I just don't get that, man. It's like if someone if so you're getting coached by someone,
Mhm.
like don't ego it. Don't think you're right. Like it's called a coach for a reason.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know, man. It's just it's second nature to me. But
Mhm. That was really good. You should try to get the second E off sooner here, because it gives a lot of armor pen. Oh, actually,
yeah,
no, not if it's. Wait, did you get the empowered one
yeah.
off?
No, I did
Yeah,
empowered W, I
yeah.
think. Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
I got it
Yeah.
from E-Recast.
Mhm. Never mind, never mind. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
This is good though because you're building a really big wave here, and you've gotten him
Yeah,
to.
but
But that's.
yeah,
Yeah, that's the
that's what I
problem, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
And
I was just about to say it.
I
No.
wasn't tracking Poppy, and it's just my fault. I wasn't tracking her. In
Yeah.
my mind though, but like I was in my head. In my head, I'm saying, okay, Poppy just gank top.
Yeah,
Her
but.
camps top are probably gone, so she's just gonna go back bot side.
hmm But here we recognized before, remember? Like she hadn't shown on red yet,
Yeah.
and I'm like, why hasn't she shown on red? There can
Yeah.
only be one reason in my head, like why she hasn't. Because your Diana's on blue, like is Diana's clear that much faster? I don't think so. You know, like she's been on
Yeah.
there for a minute. That's like one small way to recognize it, but
Hmm.
yeah. Um, yeah, very very scary scenario. But because of that, like, hold on, and then can we look at the Poppy? She has no red, right? See how she
Hmm.
has blue?
Yeah.
So then we should be able to see here
Hmm.
as you're TPing back. Does she die? I forget.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Or no, Poppy doesn't.
Yeah, Poppy doesn't. But yeah, I guess that you could either assume that she's either gonna go play for this Scuttle Crab here and then go red,
Hmm.
Raptors regank, or Scuttle reset, then to her top side, then like path down.
Hmm.
Could be either one.
Yeah, my brain just kind of autopiloted to she's top side,
hmm
so her top isn't up.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, why would she be top side?
hmm
But like,
I'll tell
again, using the
you,
information prior.
yeah. Honestly, the biggest secret to solo queue, man, like I've been playing since season two. I've
That's insane.
Yeah, I've hit Challenger in season 8, 9, and 10. Like I've fucking been it all, and I'm telling you, the best thing you can do for solo queue is just mental focus. Like you can be so bad and still get so high elo if you just focused every single game, you know? I swear, like, cause like think about it, man. It's like solo queue's a marathon, right? And
Mm-hmm.
there's people that play the entirety of their season within like a 5 day span, and then they don't play on that solo queue account again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, how can you maintain that level of focus versus someone that's like genuinely taking breaks, genuinely thinking as like much as they can about that single game in that one
Mhm.
space? Like, you can't compare. I'm gonna win every single time if I have the time to like take a break
Yeah.
and really focus, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, um, just keep that in mind because it's not
Yeah.
something that I even like really apply to my games very well still. It's just I
Mm-hmm.
know it as a fact and I try to preach it to my players on my collegiate team when I can because it's
Mm-hmm.
like your solo queue actually ends up really mattering for college seeding. I don't
Yeah.
know if you know this about like college teams, but then the way they're ranked has nothing to do with like your past season's performance or anything like that. But all it has
Isn't
to do with is your average team solo queue rank
Yeah,
going,
that's what I was gonna say. I
yeah,
thought
into
so.
your C level seeding. Yeah, so it ends up kind of mattering. So just
Yeah.
to think about like ways that you can, maintain your focus. For me, it's been
Yeah.
always been like exercise and some like very quick meditations, and
Mhm.
that's
Yeah, I
been my
actually I do
way.
both.
Yeah. Okay, right
I
on.
do.
Nice.
Not like not for solo queue specifically, but I do both.
Mhm.
I
That's
mean, I
good,
take
man.
breaks obviously because
Mhm.
I used to get very tilted,
Yeah.
very very tilted, and I was like, no, like I
Mhm.
can't
Mhm.
I can't keep doing this.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna improve this way.
Mhm.
Um, one way I've actually tried to work on my mental is, well, you notice how I'm using base renekton? Yeah,
Yeah.
do that every champ, every
Okay,
champ.
right on.
It's just like it's a I don't know. My coach, he one day he was just like, "Have you ever tried not using a skin? It's OP." I'm like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "If you tell yourself
Mhm.
that like you need to earn the skin or earn anything, just set a
Yeah.
goal."
Mhm.
And it's like I don't know how to explain it. It's just like it's a
No, I
discipline
totally know
thing.
what you mean.
It's a
It's
discipline thing.
human, yeah, it's a human basic discipline thing for sure. Reward system.
Yeah, it's like
Mhm.
I have tons of Renekton skin. It's just
Yeah.
like a I don't I
That's
want to
good,
say like
man.
I don't deserve to use it, but not in a negative way. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like not in a I don't deserve this because I'm bad, but in a
Yeah,
I
yeah.
need to get better so I can feel like I earned this skin.
Mhm.
You know?
Mhm.
I don't know, just small stuff like that.
Yeah, for
Just
sure.
very small stuff like that.
Cool. Okay, so let's learn from, I mean, we obviously know why you died here. We already talked about it.
hmm
If you're Jace, what do you do here?
Um,
He made a game-losing mistake here. What game-losing mistake does Jace make here?
um, if I was Jace, like what would I
Yeah,
do?
like I would kick this Jace off my team if he did this in my collegiate game. I'm telling you right now.
um, I
Literally like
would.
if I explained this concept beforehand to this guy and he went and did this in my game, like he would be benched.
Well, I
So,
would then. Does he have TP? I don't remember.
he doesn't.
Even if he does, I don't think it matters. I would personally thin out this wave and then recall.
Okay, thank you. Cause like
Well,
the game is over, man. Like I'm
I
sorry
will never.
if this was a not an Emerald solo queue game, the game is over at this point. Like this
Yeah,
Poppy could just vertical topside and you could not do a thing anymore, right?
yeah.
And the Jace just hands you the game back by reshoving. Cause what needs to happen here, right? Poppy needs to reset. She hasn't gotten her recall yet. She
hmm
just like needs to get back to her Gromp ASAP because her wolves just spawned, so she's late on these timers. She's gonna recall. Jace is low HP. He also needs to recall, but he has three juicy minions right here, and he has another wave arriving like here in very very close window. Like his wave is um, is right here too, right? So literally within like 8 9 seconds, his wave's gonna be here. All he has to do is kill this front, leave like 4 to 5 minions alive, right?
hmm
Recall, your game is over. Because what's gonna happen is you're gonna miss this next wave that comes, right? This one
hmm
here. You're not gonna get that. When you guys come back to lane, he's gonna have an item advantage plus double buffs. You're gonna be flashless, wardless, have to walk all the way up here, and you're gonna have to play in this pocket in a freeze against a
Yeah.
Poppy that should, in theory, by the time you guys are done, she should be done like Grump, finishing up Wolves. She can skip these camps and just like come regank and then like repeat that, and then they can like invade bot side together or something, right?
Yeah.
It's like this game should be over in this state, but Jace is handing it back to you. And if you like, especially if you're playing competitive, need to recognize this because even college top laners like make this mistake all the time, man, all the time. I don't know what it is with top laners, but their wave management is really like despicable in
Yeah.
competitive play. And this guy has wasted all of his tempo now. He's reshoving these minions. You should never, ever, ever get these minions. These should be always dead, you know? But you're actually gonna get here on time and soak up the XP and like even be able to last hit some of these. And that's crazy, right? All because he
Yeah.
didn't understand this like simple like fundamental concept and he's like shoving it back in. The only
Hmm.
way this play is actually good actually is imagine a world where Poppy doesn't recall
Poppy stays and then
and
you kill
she
me.
stays and she
Yeah.
kills you between lane. That would be smart. Okay, that I'm down for this reshove, but that's the only way this reshove is worth doing. And oh, you actually got lucky because Poppy's in the top side still here.
I didn't
Yeah.
I
Oh,
I
you didn't
didn't
see
look. I
her?
didn't see. No.
Oh no, man. That's not good.
It's just bad
Yeah,
map
you're playing pretty
awareness.
autopilot here. Yeah, you need to
Yeah.
see that
I
for
just I
sure.
saw low health bar at this point.
You saw red.
I wasn't like tilted per se. I just saw red
Yeah,
and just I went
I
for it.
see, I see. Well, here you don't need to be as concerned. Poppy has to be a mid or bot. Oh, no, she's mid. Okay, yeah. Okay, this is actually really good to learn. Because we're at level 6 point now, let's go back to the beginning. I'm going to ask you the same question again, okay?
Yeah.
Let's say we could have a redo, okay?
Yeah.
How would you play the waves and what would your game plan be now, knowing what happened, how it all occurred?
I would take less trades and
Yep,
just try and have as much HP as possible so I'm not diveable.
yep, agreed. But diveable one, and then like let's think past that. Okay, now we've gotten past this like level 3 stage, right?
Hmm.
We've gone, let's say, like Poppy sees there's no chance for a dive, you're full HP, he stacks this wave. We're in this position, right? But you
Hmm.
guys are both like full HP now.
Yeah.
Let's pretend. What now? What's your game plan? Because this is like the typical, like let's think of like league like chess, right? This is your
Yeah.
typical chess opening, you know, and you're gonna be in this situation like 10,000 more times after we're done this call. Like this is a pretty standard top lane opening, so it's good to review. Yeah. What is your game plan now? You see Diana would be here, Poppy would be
Hmm.
like on her red buff instead, right?
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
Well, now we can actually fight. If we're both full HP,
Mm-hmm.
like we 1,000%
Totally.
win this. If Dinah, Poppy come top at the same time,
Mm-hmm.
we win that to 2v2 1,000% that time.
Yeah, I completely agree. As so long as Poppy doesn't like W both of your dashes and you guys don't
Yeah.
play like, you know, like
Yeah,
that
as long as
badly,
we don't play like, yeah, yeah.
then you're 100%. You totally win. Yeah. Agreed. Okay. So if that's the case, then we have really like two options. I would either ping Diana like now, right? Say, yo, skip Gromp, come top, and we play for this gank. Because Jace, I don't think he's gone for ward yet. I haven't seen him left lane. He's only like stayed here. So we have that opportunity, or right, we let this crash, and this is something that teams don't do enough, and this is something because you're the highest elo on your team, you should be able to identify this first off, and then call your jungler to it. Okay, what I'm
Yeah.
about to tell you. So the wave's gonna crash, right? Let's pretend you're both full HP. It's gonna slow push back. You know Poppy is gonna be in the top side proximity, but you agree 2v2 you guys win, right? So
Hmm.
what I'd want to see from your jungler is he would do Gromp and he would shadow you in lane here, okay?
Yeah.
And it's almost guaranteed Poppy will want to gank you because it's slow pushing out this way, and you know very well as like a top laner, if you die as it's slow pushing out, it's literally death, right? Like they
Yeah.
could go freeze on you, they can like regank you, it's so bad. So if that's the case, we can really think about that ahead of time and think, okay, let's like utilize that. as we're slow pushing out, I want Diana to hover because Scuttle Crab isn't really that important anymore anyways. Like, it's not nearly as valuable as it used to be. So she can play on these timers really well, and she won't lose out on very much, and you guys can potentially, like, win games off of, like, plays like this, right? So
Mhm.
always keep that in mind as an opportunity, and it's kind of up to you to call for it, you know, as the top laner.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to like identify it like as it's coming in and then say, yo, like 2 minutes from now some
Mhm.
stuff's going down top lane, like I need you
Yeah.
here. Yeah.
In
Hmm.
like team play,
Yeah.
I don't know why, I just feel like a lot more not necessarily confident in those type of plays. I feel like I have more control over it, you know what I mean?
Oh, for
Like this
sure, man. It's not
like
even the
versus
same
solo
game at
queue
all.
jungler, like
Yeah. But if you watch
I
me
don't know.
play, like I ping so much it says like stop pinging, like, you know,
Mm,
you're spamming.
mhm,
Like the error message
mhm.
pops up and stops me from pinging. Like, I swear I ping
Yeah,
my junglers so much, and I play a lot of my jungle myself too, so yeah, definitely use your pings a ton.
yeah.
It's
You
very
play
useful.
mid, yeah?
Yeah, I mean I main mid because I had to for my college team, but
Mm-hmm.
like I said, I used to main top, and I think if I my best role is probably jungle, honestly, over any other role. But
Mm-hmm.
mid has typically been where I've been thrown when I've played for teams, and because of that, I got really good at it, and then just like that's the highest rank I've ever gone was playing mid. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm, that was a good kill, by the way. We didn't comment on it because like the
yeah.
game's been weird, but that was good. Good timer to get that crash too. Like your game is pretty saved now. Here's like one mechanical tip that I was gonna mention earlier, but I haven't been. So you do a really good job actually. First off, you have one of the biggest cursors I've ever seen.
I have not adjusted it at all.
I just want to say like your cursor is huge, so
I
maybe
no,
something to think about.
I play on like all default.
This is
Like
default cursor,
my
man.
abilities, yeah, my abilities
Holy
are
cow.
default. I think my
Oh
map is
wow.
actually max. I think my map is max
No,
size.
this
Maybe
is
it's not.
no map
It used to be. It
like
used to be.
max map is like this, man. Yeah, this is
Yeah,
like
yeah.
33, like the standard max map.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
used to be. I think
Yeah,
I
the
just
the
reset
new max
default.
maps, dude. I've coached one guy. His map was like this. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? I can't even see like a quarter of your screen. Yeah. Okay, so here, you do a really good job actually for a new player. I don't know if your coach taught you this or if you just built this instinctually, but when you're like in intense situations, notice your mouse movement. You click really close to your character, and that's a great habit, man. I'm telling you, most of the college players that come into my team, I have to break this habit for them because they click so far out, you know? But you
Yeah.
keep your. Do you know why your clicks are like so close to you? Did someone tell you to do
I
that
just
or?
no no. I just it's like it just makes sense in my head. It's like okay, the like micro movements.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's like it gives me the most control of my character.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. And like you can move back and forth the easiest, you know, it's like less downtime to like less distance traveled. It's perfect. But when you're put in situations where you have to start using your brain, you break that habit. I don't know if you've noticed that. Like let's
So
watch here.
yeah.
Like you're gonna come out, right? And then as
Hmm.
soon as you have to start thinking about like I only know this because I've coached this in my other players too. See how you're like now your eyes are on something else. Okay? Your
Hmm.
eyes are on Jace right now because you want to look at dodging his E. Look where your mouse goes when you start moving your eyes.
Yeah.
See that? When you're
Yeah.
focused on your own character, you do a beautiful job of keeping your mouse like within this distance. But as soon as your eyes veer off, it seems like your mouse also starts to veer off. So always keep in
Hmm.
mind like I'm preparing to dodge a skill shot. I need my mouse to be as close to my character as possible now more than ever, right?
Yeah.
Because you can do like one input here, like click here once, cool, right? But now I want my mouse right back here because I gotta be prepared to like step back, not step back,
Hmm.
we got to dodge a skill shot. Like you're never gonna dodge a skill shot right now because your mouse is on, you know, like
Yeah.
all
Even
the
if
way
I
over
like
here still. Yeah,
yeah.
like the
If it was
projectile's here
closer,
already.
I'd be able to like recognize it and then
Yeah, exactly.
quickly. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but here like you stand no chance at dodging it because your mouse is like so far away from you. Yeah. So just keep that in mind, okay? Like don't
Hmm.
don't fall into the habit of only doing the mouse thing when there's nothing going on. Yeah. Because here it's like you're doing it so well, man. When you're just moving around normally, it's like it's perfect. Yeah, there you did a better job too. That's good. We know Poppy's bot side here, so you're very
I'm just playing
safe.
off ult cooldown here.
Yeah, I would too. This is good. Good dodge. He's just thinking about this play. Uh, okay, nice.
Yeah, the only reason I went in so early, I was just trying to bait his E so he couldn't eat Nefiri away,
Yeah,
and
plus,
then just like, run.
no, you played it great, man. And plus, it's Nafiri. Like, she can join the fight from off your screen, and like,
Yeah, W.
it's crazy, that champ. Yeah. No, that was great. Good job. Oh, that's
Oh,
unfortunate
this
that she
is,
just
I
insta
remember
clears
this.
it.
This is, huh?
Yeah, she just instantly clears your ward. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, I thought I would do more
Uh,
damage, and I also thought E would go past the wall, and yeah, it's just
that's okay.
int. It's
It
just int.
happens,
It's
dude.
just,
I do this too. It's just so lucky.
yeah. I thought I
I
had way more
understand.
damage for a
No, that's okay.
Lux. Yeah.
Yeah, it's because you have boots. You spent like half of your gold is on
Mhm.
a full boots, which is fine because it's the Jace matchup, but just don't have as much damage as you normally might at
Yeah.
level 8.
Mhm.
I'm trying to think here. Does Jace have TP? Did we
Uh,
remember at this point?
I believe so, but I could be wrong.
Okay. Because I think Poppy, we just saw her on bot side not
Mhm.
too long ago, and I don't think Jace has TP right now. If this was, this is a hard call though, because Lux is pretty randomly on this timer. The only reason Lux should be on this timer is if they're playing
I
for
think.
Herald and
Yeah.
like Poppy's like pathing in this direction. So
Mhm.
that's the only thing that keeps me like a little bit suspicious of this. Otherwise, you could proxy really well here, honestly.
Yeah, that's
Um,
what I originally wanted to do before Lux
yeah,
showed up.
yeah, yeah. That's unfortunate. Happens one.
Also another thing my like coach is kind of in a stickler about is
Mhm.
builds.
Yeah,
Um, so like if there's any problem with my build this game, please tell me.
yeah, yeah. Uh, yeah, I'm not sure what the build is into Jace matchup.
I'd imagine Strud, because you usually just go Strud into ranged.
That would make sense to me.
Yeah. The way I either build Stride or Gore is if it's three melee, I go Gore. If it's three ranged, I go Stride.
That's a pretty decent rule of thumb. Nice. Way to get that kill too.
Yeah, only reason
Uh,
I stay so far back there is because I didn't want Jace to flash Q me.
hmm No, I would play it the same way there because there's just no risk or need to risk.
Hmm.
And Nafiri doesn't have a. So actually, this is a really important concept for you to learn as a top laner. Um,
Hmm.
so see in a situation like this, right, where you're sitting back, this
Hmm.
is okay here because you have time, right? Why do you
Yeah.
have time? Because Nefiri was able to crash the wave first before her roam, so she like has time. Well, I mean, Diana's gonna catch this one because she ended up overstaying here, but
Hmm.
there's an opportunity where this wave isn't going to waste, right? In a
Hmm.
different world, let's say where Diana's like ganking bot right now, or she's like on her, bot
Yeah.
side here, and you see that there's no one to cover mid, and Vlad gets a free entry into mid, you actually like have to play up and take the risk because this is something top laners don't take into account nearly as much as they should, even like challenger level top laners, and it's a big disconnect in league. Uh, they don't take into account like the wave that the person's missing out for the roam, you know? And
Hmm.
if they would, then typically the top laner would play it differently. They're just not thinking about it, right? Here, like
Yeah.
it's okay, you played it slow because this is coming in, but in a different world, it could be really, really bad. So just like think about it, because it's not a hard thing to identify if you're
Hmm.
thinking about it. Um, but yeah, it can be really detrimental at times because sometimes like the mid laner will come think they have like a good roam top and you'll get the kill, but then you just lost like 3 plates mid or something, you know?
Yeah.
Because like the kill took so long, yeah. Um, okay, we're playing for tempo here. Why are we recalling, by the way? Is there a tempo play you want to make here with Jace dead?
Um, it's just, I mean, I get Strud, and I just don't think there's any reason for me to be on the map.
Okay.
Because once I get Strud, the matchup is
Mm-hmm.
over.
Yep, that's good reasoning. Poppy loves you.
Hmm. I think I die here because of clip shield, or I just didn't even get it off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're able to kill him on this window, then it's good. In a different world, you need to like, as soon as you see Poppy like here kind of thing,
Hmm.
on the ward. Like, as
Yep.
soon as you see this, my mind is go ward like deep in my jungle. Like I'm beelining this way and then warding for the dive, right? Um,
Yeah.
just to like, yeah, mention that.
Uh-huh.
Especially since he had Fury like, to support you here. I don't know if you noticed
Yeah.
that as well while you're up here.
I mean, I
Yeah.
do it in retrospect. I don't know what I
Hmm.
was thinking at the time, but
Yeah, yeah.
looking at it now, yeah.
What happens here?
Nothing. My champ is.
Dude, Renekton is gonna be such an impressive champion in your high school league, man.
That's. I mean, well, I shouldn't say I picked up Renekton because I wanted to, because my coach was like, hey,
Hmm.
Renekton, I guarantee will be a staple of
Oh my
like
gosh, yeah.
everything for the next however many years. So you should be able to, so you should be able to play him, or you should consider picking him up. He
Dude,
said the
he's
same
like
about Kasante.
so good in amateur. I
Yeah.
don't know what.
He's like he will
He's
never
so
not
good in
be
amateur.
viable.
Yeah, in like competitive amateur League of Legends, he's simply just so good. Nice. Did you
And
feel under
also
pressure
just
here? I just want to ask.
um I haven't seen Poppy
Even
on
looking
map,
back on it. Yeah. So
and
even
I
now
also
you
hadn't
feel like
seen
scared a little bit of Poppy?
yeah,
Okay.
I also hadn't seen Lux either. Um
Yeah. I just
and
wanted to ask. Yeah.
After that Rux or what am I saying? Anyways, like after if a support roams to my lane once,
Mhm.
my eyes are glued bot the entire game. And if I don't see the support in that lane, I
Mhm.
automatically assume it's my lane.
Understandable. Oh,
I think I tapped out, yeah.
okay. This is interesting angle. You didn't use your second E.
Yeah, I noticed. I
All
did
good.
it like last second. It was too late though.
Hmm. I mean, we kill him, your champ's OP.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was gonna say.
Hmm.
Like I get Strut and it's just genuinely so unplayable for him.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. This is a hard call here. There is a world where actually staying top is better because you only have 800 gold. You have half HP. I wonder if you could pull someone top by being top here.
Yeah.
And then that
Uh,
actually wins the dragon more than you going down to dragon.
yeah. I already pulled Lux.
Yeah, but Lux doesn't. We don't really care about Lux.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm talking about
yeah.
pulling someone else. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I get it. I get it.
Yeah. Cause here, like, let's pretend, right, that we stayed. What happens here? Vlad's bottom, Poppy Ash mid, Jace comes off respawn, Lux is stuck top, and then you got drag spawning, right? If you were
Mhm.
to remain top side, then that basically guarantees the dragon for your team. Um, the only world that they can go contest dragon now is if they send Lux and Jace, down to the dragon. If in which case,
And
then
then
you
I
get
just
top tower for free. Yeah,
and I can also TP.
and you can TP and you can also eat their top side because all the camps are up too.
Hmm.
So there might be a world where staying top here might be more worth, honestly. Just because like coming down to the dragon now, like at this point we should recognize like there's not a world where they're contesting this dragon, you know? Like
Hmm.
we should have been able to see that here. Like we need to look actually first off instead of just like recalling and watching ourselves. We need to like identify what's happening here. Check what
Hmm.
HP Poppy is, see what the wave state is, what our team's trying to do. We check basically as the recall happens, but there's like something happening here, you know? And we just dropped Herald too, so in
Yeah.
hindsight, it's actually quite a bit better if you maybe kept the
Yeah. Then
pressure on. Yeah,
and I just run top anyways.
yeah. But we got to spend our 800 gold, so it's not the worst. Plus the wave bounce, so not too bad. This guy can't do anything, man.
Nope.
It's also bad of him to walk up though. He should have learned from the last like 2 times. That he can't do that.
That's Emerald for you.
For real, man. Here I would actually recall and go bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're in a minute. I have TP.
Yeah, so like actually I would do it like now kind of thing. Like if you know this herald's secure, then just start popping your recall because we need to see the like lane assignments now are going to be Nefuri's heading mid, collecting this wave. Your bot lane can't go bottom now. They have to take this herald somewhere, so they're gonna probably want to walk top. You know, bring herald top side, and then you have to go catch the bottom wave because Vlad's pushing that in. Plus you have the cross map TP, so now Nefuri has to like cover for you here. See? And she has to walk bot side, and then Kaisa's kind of doing this awkward like shimmy between lanes because she doesn't know where to go. Um, but it was actually you that was supposed to go bot side there. Yeah. Yeah, it should be. It's just a cluster. It's such a mess. The lane assignments. Yeah. So that was actually a really big mistake in hindsight. Because now like what is it 20 minutes and okay, so at 21 minutes the lane assignments are finally right, you know? And you guys can play the game properly. But for the last, how long did that take for you guys? Um, how long did this all take? So literally for like 2.5 minutes or so, you guys just like wasted your tempo and your lead.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was mainly because like we didn't recognize that we needed to catch the bot side wave. Yeah. And I think yeah, this ends up being a big problem because this is something like well like I said, I usually try to coach things that are going to be repeatable, you know? And these are the situations that will consistently occur in your games where you go, okay, we got Herald, they're going to play topside, I have to play for cross map. And like it seems like we're not even like thinking about it in this scenario, so it's something we definitely need to start ingraining as a habit because here you should like be screaming recall for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
I guess
Um,
the only reason that I would like consider that I stay is that this Jace is just kind of like he's been kind of sprinting it the past couple of deaths, and I'm hoping he'll just give me another kill. Like I can't think of
mm,
another reason to have top here.
okay, let's
Cause
let's think of that thought process, right? Like
mhm,
300 gold, right?
yeah.
Plus like some tempo pressure, right? You'll kill
Mhm,
him, let's say. But then what we lose bot side is you'll lose like probably like 2-3 waves plus potentially this tower. So that like equals the 300 gold in the end. Plus like the tempo of your team now, Nafiri can't come into topside anymore and join you in this play because she has to play for mid and capture bottom, right?
mhm,
And now your bot lane has no lane to play for either, so now you're sharing gold and XP. So
mhm.
even if you were to get the kill, like all in all, like the gold will be less and the XP will be
Yeah.
less, yeah. But I see what you mean. Like you want to play for it because he's like been sprinting it, but we need to think of like the whole play. Because
Yeah.
now it's like I
Assuming
said,
he's
yeah,
not.
yeah. Because here, like honestly, you guys are in such a good position on that Herald. When at this position, you guys were like really, really winning. Um, had you just like gone bottom, but because of all this like shenanigans and stuff, see how like we don't get anything for the last like 3 minutes, and your team has been playing defensive when they could be on the offensive. But here we get a nice little bolo, so that's cool. He has been sprinting it. I don't know why he
Yeah.
keeps challenging you. Actually
I don't know,
insane of
man.
him. Also, you need to ask someone to buy you Windows, man. Go
Oh,
go go activate that.
dude. I have tried, and like every single time I've gotten coaching from anyone,
hmm
they've said that. It blocks my map, by the way. Like you see that.
I know it's
Yeah.
unplayable, man. I'm telling you.
I I know. Well, because there's a like thing you can do where it gets rid of it,
Then do
other
it.
than buying Windows, obviously.
then
But
you, then you
it's
gotta do it,
only
man.
but it's It's only until you like turn your PC off or restart it. So
Oh, that's
every
lame.
time I have to log on, I have to do it, and sometimes I just forget.
Damn, son.
Yeah, unfortunate.
That is.
Should have just got a copy of Windows, I guess.
You should do what Nuguri does. Do you know who that is?
What does he do? Yeah, I know
Yeah.
him.
He has minimap on left side.
Oh, oh. Wait, does he? What team does he play for now?
I don't know. He's always switching teams.
Yeah, because I remember he played for Damwon.
Yeah, that's when Damwon was reigning, man. They're so good. Then he went to China for a bit. Played for FPX. I don't know where he is now. IG maybe? I'm trying to remember actually.
No, YSKM is IG's top laner.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's just like I don't know. I don't know.
hmm Here, this is
It's
just like
just,
strange tempo because your whole team just reset, so
mhm. It's just like
no one really wants to be doing anything. Yeah, we're up
yeah,
pretty far.
yeah. This is actually one of the things that I've had the most, and it's better than it used to be.
Mhm.
Um, just thinking about like points of pressure on the map, because like I
Mhm.
before I'd used to get caught, and then I'd be like,
Mm,
I just got five like five
five
people
man.
just came,
Yeah, but
and then
then
but it's like I wasn't thinking because like in
yeah, yeah, yeah,
hindsight,
yeah.
my entire team was on reset. I'm the only point
Mhm.
of pressure on the map.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's gonna be five in my lane.
Yeah, yeah. That's good
So
though.
like
You're self-recognizing that though.
yeah, yeah, it's a lot better than it used to be.
Mhm. Uh, okay, you guys kind of waste your Baron there.
Yeah. One thing I actually do like think uh like I don't know if there's any specifics, but like just utilizing Baron like as a top laner, like there
Mhm.
aren't many scenarios
Mhm.
where I'm actually the one like at least on Renekton. Like
Yeah.
there aren't many scenarios where I'm sieging per se. Like if I'm on like Fiora
Yeah.
or even Jax, like
Mhm.
I feel very comfortable like with Baron or and like what to do with it
Mhm.
because it's like that's kind of my job. But on champs that don't split push,
Mhm.
I'm kind of just like frozen. Like I don't really know what to do.
Yeah.
I kind of just group with my
Well,
team and like let them do the damage.
mhm. Well, that's when it becomes especially important to like think about the timing of your wave push, right? Because
Mhm,
if you aren't on a split pushing champ like you said, then you need the wave to your advantage. So that's when you have to think
mhm,
like, should I be like shoving this hard so that it catches up with like my other team's wave on the other wave or on the other lane, sorry? Or like, do I have to really slow push this because their wave isn't here yet, like on time? And just be careful of like watching for that, and that'll help you a lot when you're playing for like non-split pushing champions. Aside from that, with Baron, it's really about like up. There's two ways. I could try to explain this, so you could try to explain it to your high school team if you want. But um, with Baron sieging, right?
mhm.
There's really like three major ways to go about it. One is the 1-3-1 split. Obviously,
Yeah.
because you're baroning up all the lanes, that one's pretty self-explanatory. Comes at a risk though, because you're all like separated and can get collapsed on. The other is a 4-1 push. The two ways to do a 4-1 push is you match the waves at the same time, so that you have like both Baron waves crashing into the towers at the same time, so it makes it hard and it splits up the opponents that they have to like deal with two, sieges going on simultaneously. The
Mhm.
other really good way to siege is you crash the mid wave first, and the side wave is just a building up a slow push so that when you're done with the wave on the mid turret, then your whole team can rotate bot to capture like a huge Baron wave that's coming in so that you can siege bot next. Do you get what I'm saying?
Mm, yeah.
Yeah.
Just
So,
like
hmm
sorry, go ahead.
yeah, no, 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 go ahead. Like, I just want you
Just
to
like
understand. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, but like setting up that like said slow push bot
hmm
like
How do you do it? Is that what you're asking?
yeah, yeah, like with Baron buff.
No, you don't do
Because
it with
like
Baron buff. That's what I'm saying.
oh, okay, okay. So
Like
set up the slow
you
push
build this, yeah,
before?
yeah. You build the
Oh,
slow
okay, okay,
push.
okay.
You leave the Baron wave, so it's not Baroning, right? And then
Mhm.
by the time you're done, and then you go join your team in the mid push, right?
Yeah.
And by the time the mid push is done, you've built the slow push already, so that you guys can go like,
Yeah.
because they don't have. If you're baroning up like 5-man mid, let's say, right?
they're not
then
gonna.
they can't go and like break the
Yeah.
slow push bottom, like
Mhm.
like they're
Mhm.
trolling, right? So like that's a great way of like you get to utilize the siege mid. What I like to do, especially as top lane, when I'm doing this, is I'll just hover. Like I won't sit in mid with the team on Baron, but I'll actually sit like between the lanes and just wait for the slow push to come in. And if a fight breaks out, then I'll join mid. If not, then I'll go bottom, right? Um,
Mhm.
and that's how I like to play that one. Yeah, as a top laner. But just think about using Baron in those use cases, and it'll open up more opportunities for you as a champion that's not, like you said, a Jax or Fiora or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because one of the reasons I've started to like gravitate away from the Fiora, because
Mhm.
I used to play a ton of Fiora. One of the reasons I've started to like gravitate away from it, I guess,
Mhm.
is because I'm like in terms of split push timings,
Mhm.
I'm not very good at it.
Yeah,
Like
that's understandable.
knowing when to split, knowing when to not, it's something that I really need to work on.
Dude,
So I feel
you're
like instead
unbelievable
of
for playing the game for 1 year. Don't even stress about
I'm
that.
but it's like I don't see that within myself because I'm just playing.
Yeah.
Like I'm just playing with what I know. Like
Mhm.
I
No,
don't have a reference point, I guess. Like I
for
don't know.
sure. No, just understand that you're doing a terrific job though. Like for 1 year in, this is really impressive. Yeah. Okay, right on. Let's review the laning of your other one, because I think that's like the most important. And then I'll just
Oh
call
yeah,
it.
yeah.
I just want
Sorry.
to review the first, like the opening sequence again, kind of like what we did. We hit it really hard for this Renekton Jace matchup, but
Mhm.
I just want to see
Um.
if there's habitually anything that you're doing
Yeah.
consistently there.
So I
So,
have these other videos. I have two other ones.
hmm
We're just gonna look at one, obviously, but
yeah,
I uploaded both because one is against Cat, like
okay.
Katarina, and the other is against Echo, and both are matchups that I've never
hmm
ever played before, and I probably will never play again.
That's okay. Let's review one of them, because I just
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
see like literally the first three levels is what I want to look at the most, because I think that's where you could actually not really improve on, but I think if you were to really get a good grasp of understanding what to do correctly in the first three levels, it'll set you up for success for like the remainder of your games, you know? Because like
Wait,
think about it,
actually,
that like that mistake in the first three levels costed you the
mhm,
first 10 minutes of the game, you know?
yeah.
And if you can get that like early part down, I think you're a great player enough to like transition that early first lead level success into something, quite special. But if you mess that up, then like your team's screwed because they rely on you as,
Yeah,
their
yeah.
best player to perform.
Yeah.
So,
I chose this because the other one was
mhm.
mid lane. My Nefiri wanted to go top. I was like, sure.
Okay,
So I went mid, and I feel like the fundamentals of mid are different, and it wouldn't help
totally.
as much.
Yeah, totally, totally.
Um, I do end up farming this Echo, but that's not what I'm like
Yeah.
tunnel visioned on.
Mhm.
I really just want to know like I don't
Yeah.
know like wave states, I guess, because like
Yeah.
I've never played this matchup before. I'll never play it again in my life. Matchup specific
Probably
tips
not.
or like
Yeah.
anything like that, they won't
Mhm.
really do me much like
Yeah,
help.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but there's a lot of other stuff we can learn for sure. So far, I like
Hmm.
how you're playing it. Um, okay, here, that was a big mistake. This you can never
Yeah.
do, man. Not, I'm not talking. Do you know what you did? What did you do?
Just hit the wave for free, all of them.
No, that's fine. I don't care about that.
Really?
No, I don't care about that. You autoed him. You can't auto him here, man. Look how much damage you take. It's gonna take more than this Q. Look how much, like, one, two, three, four,
Yeah.
five, six, seven.
I get. I
Look
guess
how
in my
many
head
minions are
it's.
hitting you. And look, you're on the wrong side of the lane, so you're gonna have to walk so far to de-aggro.
Yeah.
So like here,
Mhm.
it's like I mean it's kind of a good trade because it's Echo, right? But
Yeah.
like it's weird. I don't know. I don't think it's necessary.
No, no, no. You're 1,000% right. I just
Yeah, it's
in
just not
like
necessary.
it's like
Hmm
in my brain it's just like
Yeah,
it's Echo.
yeah.
Like I
And
just
here, like here,
I win anyways.
okay. It ended up being a good thing, so I'm gonna like be a bit of a hypocrite here. But because you won the trade, right? And
Yeah.
his Q's down now. You don't need to
Mhm.
Q this wave. You've
Mhm.
actually like put yourself in a good position where he screwed himself. The wave's kind of in this awkward state now where he has all these high HP
Mhm.
minions. See?
Yeah.
Maybe this is something that you can actually do a lot better. Is I don't know if you're looking at your own minions HP enough. because it caught you off last game too with like some of the level ups.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So just be more mindful of
Yeah.
your own minion HP. This guy's gonna have a really hard time leveling up to 2, if I see it right now, you know.
Yeah.
And you have put him in a really good spot here. If you're gonna be 2 with, you should be 2 with Q, not without Q, is what I'm trying to say,
Yeah.
right? And you should be able to like EQ him now instead of using the Q on the minions to like level up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because now like and then he pings 2 on the on the Q that comes back, but I think in that position you could have zoned him a lot better had you had Q up there.
Mhm.
Um, Also, this is a lazy ward.
I've been told that
Yeah,
I need to fix it.
yeah, go deeper. You have
Yeah.
the time. If the time was rushed, like the only reason you do this is like, A, I'm scared the jungler is like literally in that bush ready to gank me,
Mhm.
right? Or B, like time sensitive, you have to get back to this wave like ASAP, right?
Yeah.
Um, but that's neither right now. Here, I don't want you touching this wave.
Mm.
Here, I don't want you recrushing this because your jungler
Yeah.
is going away from you, right?
Mhm.
We don't. Do you know where their jungler started? Because it didn't seem like he started up here. I think
Yeah.
he's
He
pathing
started both
towards you.
side.
He started
Yeah.
blue? You mean he's coming
Mhm.
towards you, right?
Yeah. He's pathing towards me.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. So if that's the case, right? You're gonna have a hard time reshoving this, then getting the bounce back. So I would honestly just let this start bouncing back towards you, and then see if you can like play for freeze, because it's Echo. You've already
Mhm.
chunked him pretty well. He's can't really do anything, and the jungler would have to like use his time to come unbreak the freeze, which in theory like buys your bot lane and mid lane and your jungler a ton of time, right? Um,
Mhm.
so that's the most consistent play here. Because it's solo queue, you're probably at some point gonna kill this guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. No. Like I
yeah,
said, I farm him, but that's not
yeah,
what
yeah.
I'm concerned about.
But if we're talking game plan and stuff and like what to do with our wave, then that's what I would be thinking here.
Yeah.
Um,
Um.
because
But as far
now their
as
jungler should be topside, right?
yeah.
He should be somewhere here. Yeah.
Mhm.
Sorry, what was your question?
No, no, no. I was just gonna say like as far as like looking at my own minions HP,
Hmm.
I do, but like this might sound weird. I only really do it in like volatile matchups. Like
Mm,
if it's like Fiora v Darius and I'm like or like
hmm.
Fiora v Jax, I'm like okay, whoever hits 2 first like
Hmm.
is probably gonna just dictate the lane. Like my eyes are
Yeah.
glued to minions because I know as soon as they hit 2, I
Hmm.
just back off.
Yeah.
And like I just
Well,
have
I
to let
wouldn't
them
think
get
of it
push.
like winning the lane, just winning the push, right? Because like I said here,
Yeah, yeah,
right? Like in a different world where you don't kill this guy, let's
yeah.
say like the Echo is doesn't. I mean, even if it's Echo, he just shouldn't be taking this trade. So like you're thinking about like level 2 automatically wins. For me, I'm thinking here you're making a
Mhm.
mistake because if you shove this in again and he has high HP, then you're forced to play up. Your ward is like, kind of not really going to
Yeah.
reveal that much in time. And now you have to play safe with this like awkward like wave state of like, you're playing up in this tower. So I wouldn't always think of it like whoever hits level 2 first wins. You just win the push, but
Yeah.
winning the push doesn't always mean winning the lane because
Yeah, no, 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 I
yeah,
didn't. Did I
yeah,
say win the lane? I didn't mean to.
yeah,
I
yeah.
meant to say win the push. Like
Oh,
I
okay,
said,
okay, yeah, yeah.
I have to back off and just like, give push.
Oh,
I
okay,
didn't mean to
okay.
say
Then
win the
that's
lane.
different. Yeah, you said win the
Yeah,
lane,
yeah, I
so
did.
I just want to make sure that's
No,
like
no,
no, you
I
don't
didn't.
always push level 2 to win lane.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good. I
But I
didn't
mean, like
think
in
you
more
meant.
volatile matchup, like
Hmm.
whoever hits 2 first will dictate it.
Yeah, for sure.
Dictate
Um.
waves, not lane.
Yeah, yeah, totally. Here, like, it's good that you're recalling. I 100% agree with this because their jungler is top side. You have the slow push coming back to you. And your lane's one, honestly. If you can hold a freeze on this guy here, or you just like kill him again. Here I wouldn't path this way, man. Path this way first and get your ward down. Like your regular ward, not your control ward.
Yeah.
Because here, like, there's only one scenario where this all goes to waste, and that's your Diana isn't gonna be in here on time to cover, and their
Yeah.
jungler can do something, right?
Yeah.
It's the only window, so long as you path like this way, get your ward
Yeah.
down first, walk up, then it's good. Yeah.
Wait, what do you recommend good control word spots? Because I do that.
Um, I am of the belief that okay,
You
people
don't buy
don't
them?
recognize this about control words. How much,
Mm.
like, how many control words are you buying a game? Do you think on average?
Um, if I can afford it,
Yeah,
like
actually, I can even check.
if I can afford it and I don't have it down,
Hmm.
then I'll buy it. Like every time, to be honest.
Yeah, it's
Every
very
time I
humbling.
can
Yeah,
afford it and I don't have one down.
Metrics. I'm seeing if there's a way I can see how many control words you
I
buy
think you
on
could.
average. I thought so too.
I don't know if there's
It
a
says
way on average, but
19,
you could see. You
20.
could see when I bought it.
I'm trying to like look at your match history. So pretty much, right?
Yeah.
Control words are super expensive. People have no idea, and it adds up really quick. Um,
Mhm.
so control words, right? Like some people buy 10 control words a game. I go, bro, that's 750
Mhm.
gold. Like, you know, like
Mhm.
that's crazy, right? So I've always been of the belief. I buy a lot of control words, by the way. But I'm the belief to try to get the best out of them, right?
Yeah.
And a control word like this is absolutely wasted. Okay?
Mhm.
And the reason why is you have the wave slow pushing out towards you right now. So
Mhm.
that means you won't be able to defend this ward anymore come like
Yeah.
15 seconds from now. And you don't care if
Mhm.
it's warded because your jungler's not coming anyways, right?
Mhm.
So for that reason, I would never put the control ward down on this timer. I
Yeah.
would instead, if I felt confident, which in this position you should honestly because you have a pickaxe, I would go back to like where we were here. You should see here, okay, you got a whole cannon wave for him to go through, right? A
Mhm.
whole cannon wave, right? He's not going to push this very fast. It's going to take him actually ages. So what you can do is you can path through this way, right? You should feel confident that even if the jungler's there, you should feel safe. You have pickaxe.
Mhm.
I would go drop a control ward deep in their jungle here, either on that little bush, like just as you enter the jungle on their top side here, or
Mhm.
on their blue buff, right?
Yeah.
Or the last option, actually, no, you don't have time for that. So either like one of those two. I love dropping a pink. Can you see my mouse, like, or where I'm
Mhm.
drawing, like here? Yeah. So I love dropping a pink there as well. But in this scenario, I would just put one deep in their topside jungle. Ward, put a regular ward here, right? And then you're safe. The lane is one. Because
Mhm.
yeah, like this guy has to push into you. You're Renekton versus Echo. Like you're actually just gonna keep running him down. Let's see what you do though. Perfect. Now don't touch the wave. If you touch the wave, I'm. Hmm? Ooh. Okay. And then yeah, this you can reshove because it's kind of like messed up at this point anyways.
Yeah,
So
it was a bit odd.
yeah, from the damage from the trading, yeah. So that's fine. That's good. That's good.
Mhm.
In different world, like we're just happy with like this state here. Where
Yeah.
it's like this, we're just happy with like trying not to like
Mhm.
damage the wave and just like
Mhm.
let him come in kind of thing.
Mhm.
Um,
Um,
yeah.
if you couldn't tell, I'm a very, very, very aggressive player, and like half of my deaths most of the time come from that.
hmm
That is a habit that I'm trying to break.
Okay.
Not like when I can be aggressive, obviously I don't
Yeah.
want to break that, but like a lot of the
Aggression.
times I
Yeah.
can't be, and it like screws me over.
No, I totally agree. I mean, I see that in your playstyle. Wave management's gonna be your best friend, man, as an aggressive player. No
Mhm.
one was more aggressive than my top laner on my collegiate, man. I'm telling you right now. I'll send you his account. Dude, you're just gonna look at his channel. Oh man, what would his username be right now? Let me see if I can find. Mm, he always plays on random accounts. Okay, well, does it show like past season champles? LBG.
Should.
Mm, hold on, let me check his last account. Is it this one? Yeah. Okay. Anyways, this guy's a Jax Darius Riven player.
Mhm.
So like, dude, I had to deal with that as a coach, and yeah, like wave management became his best friend because it's just like the guy, all he wanted to do was fight, man, all day long, like, and he was weak side and he'd still fight, so he just became a master of wave management and he knew exactly these windows when to fight, and you seem like you have a pretty good understanding of it, but it's something that we can just improve on and you'll get more reps in. You'll understand when to go aggressive, when not to. your jungle tracking will improve because you have good like first level 3 wave setup, and yeah, I think it sums off that. So I would say like the biggest takeaways for you would be to always come in with a game plan of what to do with your first 3 waves, because in solo queue you're probably not gonna always be thinking about it, so try to be conscious of that.
Hmm.
And yeah, just track the jungler a bit better and watch your own minion HP.
Um, like tracking enemy jungler, like I said, one of the people that have like coached me, I
Mhm.
guess, was a jungle main,
Mhm.
and that was the like main thing I learned from him, and I never even
Mhm.
really considered it before. I'm like, oh, that's a jungler's job. Why would I track the
Mhm.
jungler?
Mhm.
But it's like that's something I picked up in like the past 2 weeks per se. Like I
Oh
literally
wow.
never thought of that beforehand.
Wow. Okay,
So
right on, man. Well,
it's definitely
yeah.
still something I'm trying to work on. But
Dude, you're super impressive, man. I'm telling you, for 1 year, it's incredible, like how much you've accomplished. So please keep it up. Um, if you have any questions, reach out anytime. I'm happy to
Mhm.
like help you or your team.
Okay.
And yeah, it was a great session. I hope you learned a thing or two.
Yeah, I did. I'm very, very thankful. Like, thank you again. You had no reason to do this, man.
No, I appreciate it. I was actually that link you sent me was really cool because I've been trying to like keep like the problem with Canadian colleges, man, is
Mhm.
we're actually really good. Like we make playoffs every year. We
Mhm.
make top 16, like the best Canadian schools always do, like Western, us, UBC, and University of Toronto. We typically always make top 16, but we don't have any funding. Okay.
Oh.
So where like US schools, they can do scholarships for players, they have
Mhm.
facilities, they have all this, right? And
Yeah.
it's been quite challenging as like coach and facilitator to like compete against that. We're literally just luck of the draw. Like we've always had good players and good coaches and good communities and
Oh, wow.
like people that like are willing to step up and play these roles. But this is the first year that we actually like have funding and can do stuff. So because
Mhm.
of that, I've been like looking at high schoolers more, you know?
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, sweet. Like I can like look at these high school leagues and see what's up. And it's actually great because I'm trying to put together these reports for the university to send to them to show like all these different high school leagues that are, popping up now and the opportunity that's like coming
Mhm.
about. So yeah, that link ended up being really helpful for me too. So thank you.
Yeah,
I'll
I'm glad.
check out more of those games. Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, man. Have a good time. Good luck in your solo queue climb. I don't know how much I'll be on that other account anymore. I kind of bombed it, so I might do a little bit of a different swap. We'll see. Yeah.
All right, man. Thank you.
No worries, man. Have a great night.
You too.
Ciao, ciao.